Yeah, I feel like it's not worth that time to physically read it. What are you doing, sis? What are you doing? Good morning, you guys. Today is Tuesday, the 9th of August. It's Women's Day. So, it's a holiday in South Africa, and yeah, happy Women's Day. I don't even know what I'm saying, but I believe that this would be the start of a new vlog. I'm sitting on the couch. I am about to read. I've been awake for a bit, but a little bit distracted. Well, not distracted, but what have I been doing? What have I been doing? I've been posting, or not really posting, but I've been kind of like, let's call it planning my content on Instagram. So this weekend I went to Vuvu's place. Myself, Vuvu, Nontli, and Umpile kind of had like a bookish workshop, if I can call it that. But these are the ladies that I do reading sprints with, and we decided that we should actually like meet up and have like a mini workshop where we help each other with, I don't know, creating content, how to use certain softwares, what to do, how to edit, things like that, because we did realize that some of us, or all of us, are struggling with one thing or another. So we decided that we should actually meet up and do that and teach each other, you know. And it was actually really fun. Most of the Umpile and Vuvu had physically met before. On Vuvu's birthday, my lips are dry, guys. I don't even know where my lip stuff is. But Nontli, it was the first time that I met her, and it was so nice. It was so nice hanging out together, and my brain is blanking. It was so nice to hang out together. Like, it feels like we've known each other for years, and probably for us it feels like that's what it feels like, because we actually talk a lot on not Instagram, on WhatsApp. We talk a lot on WhatsApp, and we've gotten to really know each other. So when we got there, it just, well, maybe for me, because I think the other three ladies have known each other for longer, but for me, everything, like, we just gelled, and it was really nice. Yeah, we didn't sleep, but we were very, very productive, and I'm very happy with what we managed to accomplish. And with that said, the point of me even saying all this, because I had mentioned that I was busy with some content creation, so I had taken some photos, and I realized that my Instagram doesn't really have an aesthetic, or there's no, I can't even say cohesiveness, because I don't want things to look the same, but I want that when you open up my Instagram, you can kind of see that this is, you know, Charity's feed. But yeah, so we were like learning about presets and using Lightroom. Like, I've used Lightroom before, but I don't, not to its full capabilities. So I'm using that, using other softwares to, you know, try and plan out content and post things that make sense. I don't know what I'm saying. The point is, I was busy planning content, and shifting things around, seeing what works, seeing what doesn't work, because previously I just like woke up and I posted something, but I kind of like wanted to look a certain way, or at least like, I don't know, make it make sense. That's what I'm trying to do. So that takes a bit more time than deciding to wake up and just post something. So I hope that it comes out good. And let me know what you think of my new look on my Instagram. Well, you probably have to give it a few weeks so that I can post a few more things, because I'm not gonna delete the stuff that I've posted. I don't understand people who delete things on there. I guess for them, maybe it's because they want to keep a certain aesthetic all the like throughout. Because maybe some people might get turned off by seeing something that's not almost perfect. I don't know, but I kind of like seeing where you come from, like the transition. I kind of like to see the growth of, oh, you were not always like this great at vlogging. you know there was some YouTuber that we were checking out who's been YouTubing for like 10 years, and it's nice that she kept all her content and you can see where she started. So me as a small time YouTuber, I could feel better, like, okay, I don't really have to be perfect right now. I just have to start somewhere and make it good, make it authentic, make it me. And people who appreciate the content that I create will be there with me throughout. Because when I started, and I feel like I say this a lot, when I started, I felt like everything needed to be perfect. I felt like I always needed to wear makeup to be on camera, and it's a lot of pressure. And I thought as well that I needed to have this kind of persona, this like high energy type persona, but that's not me. I'm not like hyper high energy. I'm like, I have a very chilled personality, and I had to kind of like reel myself in and be like, that's not me, because it took a lot of energy to sit down and record. I couldn't just pick up my camera and do it. But now I've become more comfortable in myself and my abilities. So yeah, I've told myself that I'm just gonna take it a day at a time, a video at a time, a vlog at a time, and do what I can and figure out what I like and what I don't like. And I hope that you guys will be with me through this journey. But yeah, I went off on a tangent. Why am I sitting like this? Because I'm trying to get that good light. I'm sitting in my very thick blanket because this house tends to get cold. So yeah, I'm sitting here. I want to read because I that was the point. I wanted to sit here and read, but I ended up being on my phone. But luckily I wasn't like scrolling. I was actually being productive. But where's my book? This is what I'm reading. I'm reading The Silent Patient by Alex Michaelides. Somebody please help me with this, how to pronounce this. But I'm on page 16, so nothing much has really happened, except for the wife having to have killed her husband and then not talking, and like she's never spoken ever since the husband died. And she tried to kill herself, but she got taken away before she herself died. She never said anything in court, and they ruled her out as being mad, so they put her in a mental institution instead of jail. And now the story is not really, so it's not a thriller from the way I'm seeing it. I called it a psychological thriller because I guess I don't know what else to call it, but it's more of a, I guess, psychological mystery, because we are not trying to maybe she's not even the killer, guys, but I feel like we're not trying to figure out who the killer is. The thing here is, why did she do it, and why is she no longer talking? That's the thing that we need to figure out in this book. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see what happened to her, and if it happens that she didn't even do the killing, that will be the plot twist that I'm looking for. But yeah, I'm the person, I feel like I don't like happy endings in books, or maybe not to say happy endings, but I don't like predictable endings. I love plot twists. I feel like, yeah, the only time I want a happy ending is in a romance. I don't want plot twist in a romance. Once people are together, they should be together, and that's it. No more breaking up and coming. Oh gosh, authors, please stop doing that. But yeah, let me read, and I'll talk to you guys a bit later. We want to go to Midrand, to Chinatown, whatever it's called, because I'm looking for a traditional outfit. 3 days before the wedding, 4 days before the wedding. It's been rough. It's been busy. I haven't had time to do anything. And we were supposed to do it. I was supposed to go Saturday morning, but Saturday was very hectic. Saturday was rough. It was rough mentally, emotionally. Yeah, there was a fire in my mom's workplace, luckily. Well, I don't want to say there was no serious injury, but the injuries were not like burn related, but more smoke inhalation. So yeah, had to deal with all of that. But she's okay. She's getting better. She's well, she saw the doctor yesterday, and they checked on her. Well, yesterday was the second time she saw the doctor, and they checked on her and gave her medicine and stuff. And yeah, she's off for the week so that she can rest and, you know, get all that off of her system. So yeah, that's what's happening. I've spoken a lot. It's been 12 minutes. Let me get to some reading, and I will speak to you guys a bit later. Hello, you guys. It's Wednesday today. I think I've spoke to you guys earlier this morning, and I had a little bit of a busy day. We went to, let me look over here. We went to Chinatown in Midrand because I needed to find like a dress for Saturday for the wedding. I couldn't find a traditional dress that I liked that was within budget. The one that I did find that I liked was like out of reach right now, but I think I'll go back for it in another month. This wedding was very last minute, and I'm not gonna spend all that money for that, so I actually just got a plain dress, and I went to a material shop to get like a piece of material to use as a head wrap, because the dress I got is not a traditional dress. But yeah, that's what we did. Got home, we made some burgers. Oh, they were so delicious. And then we watched movies. We started watching Lightyear. I think it's called Lightyear. It's well, it's a kids movie. It's an animation, and we're watching it with my daughter, but because her attention span just dissipates, we didn't finish the movie, so we decided to watch an adult movie, which happened to be Jurassic World. And yeah, we didn't finish that either because number one, it was way too long, and it was so cheesy. We were both sitting there watching but not really feeling that interested, so we we decided, you know what, let's do the things that we want to do, which for me would be reading, and for my husband playing PlayStation. But yeah, I dressed in my pajamas because I just took a shower, and I'm sitting here about to read The Silent Patient. I haven't had much time to read today. I'm only on chapter 5 now, on page 28, so I don't know a lot yet, but the person telling the story is a psychotherapist. Is that what they call him? He's a psychotherapist, and he just got a job at this facility where Alicia Berenson is kept at. Alicia is the main suspect of her husband's murder, and she is the person that is now silent. She's a silent patient. So yeah, I haven't really gotten anywhere in the book, so I want to get some reading done now, because I probably have like 30 minutes less, or yeah, like if I'm gonna sleep at 10, then I have 15 minutes to read. But yeah, I also redid my nails, so same color, just a little bit shorter, because I wanted them to be more manageable. So then I don't have to deal with it on Friday, because we are going to Mafikeng on Saturday morning for the wedding, and Friday we'll have to drive to Wetbank to go drop off my daughter after work. And because I don't get to get off work at 1 anymore, it means that we're gonna drive a little bit late. So yeah, unless my husband goes and drops her off when he gets off work, but I don't think his aunt would be home anyway, so yeah, might as well just wait for me. But that's literally all I did. So I'm about to read right now. I'm having some yogurt. I'm having this lactose free yogurt from Woolies. I am lactose intolerant, and I'm used to buying like non-dairy yogurt in the house, and the soya one is nice. The coconut one, not so much. But they're also hard to find. So when I do find them, I buy them for my daughter, because she's allergic to milk. So she can't have, well, now her allergies are better. She can get away with having a bit of like dairy product here and there without reacting. But when I saw this one and saw that it is free from lactose and is also hormone free, I wanted to try it out and see if I would react in any way, because milk makes me bloated and I get stomach cramps as well. So I wanted to try this out. It's delicious though, but I wanted to see how my body would react to it. But yeah, let me stop babbling, let me get to reading, and I probably won't pick up my camera for the rest of this evening. I'm just gonna read until I probably pass out, and then I will check on you guys maybe tomorrow, if not Thursday, because tomorrow I am working from the office, so it's an early morning for me. I want to get there at 7, so I have to leave my house at like 6 o'clock. And then and on Thursday I'm working from home, then it's more of an easy day for me. So yeah, let me get to reading, and I'll talk to you guys when I talk to you guys. Hello you guys. Today is Wednesday, the 10th of August. I just got back from work and I wanted to do a really quick reading update slash rant slash I don't even know what it is before my husband and my daughter get back from work. Okay, this portion here, it will be dedicated to You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty by Akwaeke Emezi. I will put up the book somewhere on the screen because I have borrowed a friend of mine the physical copy, so I'm continuing with it on the audio because yeah, it's I feel like it's not worth that time to physically read it. So yeah. Okay, first things first, let's talk about this core pile style. Okay, number one, characters. So in this book we follow Faye, right? Faye is a 20-something-year-old, and let me just preface this by saying that I have no idea what this book is classified as, but the people that I follow that have read it are kind of classifying it as a romance. I don't think it's a romance. So, and let me also just say, disclaimer, this part of this video is going to be spoiler. Okay, I cannot give you a spoiler-free thoughts on this book because then you will know how I really feel. I cannot do this spoiler free, so my apologies. If you haven't read the book yet and you're still interested in reading it, please skip this portion because I'm going to spoil it. All right, are we ready? We're ready. Number one, characters. We follow Faye, and Faye is a very troubled woman. She has dealt with a very, very hectic trauma, and I feel it's been about 4 or 5 years since the trauma. So her basically high school sweetheart husband died in a car crash and she survived, and I think a part of her like it's not even I think she's still grieving. She still has nightmares. She's still traumatized by this ordeal to a point where she did not date anyone or hasn't been in a serious relationship in like 4 or 5 years, right? Or in the beginning of the book, I think they mentioned that she hasn't even had sex with anybody in that time. With that said, I feel that this book should have been a journey through Faye's healing, not necessarily a journey to her finding someone, because that was all too messy. So this book opens up with her having sex with this guy that she's just met in the bathroom, right? So they like write her as this character who is, I don't really want to say badass, but like that, like she doesn't care, like she's living her life, she's free and whatever. And that disturbed me a bit. Okay, it made me, because I remember I started this book during my sprints and I'm like, no, I'm not doing this. So I stopped reading the book. And then a friend of mine told me that it gets better around page 80. Okay, so I continued and I decided I'm gonna continue with this on audio because it's just gonna be too much for me to try and do it physically. So I kept listening to the audio, and she slept with this guy. Luckily for her, or maybe the thing that I could get on board with, was that she kept kind of like seeing this guy and they had an agreement that this is what they're doing. They're gonna be F buddies. Okay, I can get on board with that because the two people agree that this is what's happening. But then does Faye not see her current situation's one of his good friends at some place that they're meeting, right? He sees his friend, and then does she not get intrigued by him and looking at him like, oh, I can do him. Oh, he's hot. Oh, I didn't know that. I forgot his Malik or whatever his name was. I didn't know his friends were so hot. And she's telling her friend Joy, which we'll get to now. We'll get to Joy. That, oh, I could definitely do him, blah, 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 and then you are there with your guy, but then you're giving your guy's friend the eye like, ooh, I want you type thing. And then when he comes on to you, you act like, what are you doing? I don't know what you're doing. I'm here with blah, blah, blah. But what are you doing, sis? What are you doing? Right? And then after her seeing, here's the pattern, right? After her seeing the friend, his name is Nasir. After seeing Nasir, all of a sudden, this other relationship is not good enough, right? So they ended, but at least they ended on a mutual understanding. And then she starts going on dates with Nasir, and she tells Nasir, no, Nasir, I'm not ready to be in a relationship, blah, blah, blah. Nasir is like, you know what? For you, the kind of girl that I think you are, I will wait for you. I'll be patient for you. We can start off as friends. I want a serious relationship, but it's okay. We can start off as friends and we can build towards it. And that's what they do. And I'm like, okay, I was low-key mad at you, Faye, for that mess, but at least you came out and you were honest, and I can get on board with this. Guys. And then Nasir goes and invites her to his home country island where his father stays. Goes there. Does she not get intrigued the very first time she sees the father? Oh my gosh, it's Alim. He's this well-known 2-star Michelin chef, blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh, he's so hot. I can't stop thinking about him. Joy, what do I do? Joy, the friend, that was the only time I feel like Joy was like a little bit sensible, because already Faye is messy. Faye keeps getting into messy relationships for no reason whatsoever. And I feel that the friendship with Joy is also messy. This is also, they've also been together, all right, intimately, her and Joy. That's also messy. Your friendship is messy. Your relationships are messy. And then you come to this place with your boyfriend to be, because you don't want to call him a boyfriend, it was too technical. Boyfriend to be, to his daddy's house, and then you're gonna go and lust on the daddy. And then once she starts lusting on the daddy, what happens? Oh no, she's not really feeling Nasir anymore. Guys, like this is why I say I cannot call this a romance. I don't know what it is. It's a whole bunch of messy situationships. And what I don't like is that, what's her name? Faye is not even, I feel like she's not even taking responsibility for all the decisions that she's making. She decided to sleep with Malik, or whatever his name is, I'll put it down here. She decided to get into the situationship with Nasir, even though she knew that Nasir wanted a serious relationship and he's working towards that. You shouldn't have gotten into that knowing that you didn't want to give this guy, the time of day. And then you meet Nasir's father, you meet Alim, and then all of a sudden, oh my gosh, Nalim is a man, where Nasir is a boy. Oh my gosh, Alim is so much better, because Nasir was so good to you the whole time. You didn't see anything wrong with him until the point that you met his father, which is where I have a problem with this whole thing. The writing in this book, guys, I love Akweke Emezi's books that I've read thus far. Even DS and Turan, with all its very messiness as well, I still loved it because the writing was so good. I did not get any of that in this book. The writing was very substandard for me. It didn't feel like an Akweke Emezi novel. I didn't like it. I didn't like the friendship with Joy. I didn't like the looseness in their relationship and how they just like, oh girl, oh B, you want this? Okay, go for it. But what are you gonna say to this guy? And then her and Alim are shocked at Nasir getting angry. after finding out that these two people are now basically hooking up. It's like he's not supposed to be angry. Like, I do not, hear me, I do not condone violence of any kind or abuse of any kind, physical or mental, right? Nasir was not right to act the way he did, but you cannot ignore the reason why he's angry, and you cannot sit there and pretend like you two haven't done anything wrong. You knew the whole time, every single step that you took to getting together, you knew that you were doing something wrong. And it felt very insta-lovey between Aleem and Faye. It felt very materialistic as well, because you can see how she's attracted to the physical. Yes, we get attracted to the physical, but to everything that Aleem has, his money and all that. And guys, I've got such big problems with this book. I don't know how a quickie categorize this book, what genre this, but this is not a romance. This is a mess. This is a whole mess. And the day that Nasir finds out, or the day that he comes to confront them at the house, do they not just like have Aleem get naked in front of her, and then they continue like everything's fine, and the next day it's like she's the madame of the house? Like, ugh, guys, I hate it. I hated every time he called her sweetness. I hated it. I cringed. There's nothing except for the food that made me happy in this book. The food is the only thing. Is the only redeeming quality. I'm not even done, guys. I'm like 80%, 87% into the audiobook. I've got like an hour left and I'm not feeling it. This feels like a 2-star book for me because I absolutely hate it. I hate it. I don't like it. The redeeming qualities are the food in the book as well as the cover, because the cover is flipping gorgeous, and that will be the only reason I keep the book. Otherwise I'd be unhauling it. Maybe I might still, but I really love that cover. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Oh, I'm done. Ugh, guys, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. Let me know, have you read this book? Let me know down below if you've read it. Let me know down below if you plan to reading it. I don't know if what I just unpacked right now is gonna make you turn away from reading it, but what I've realized reading this book, and I guess I realized it as well when I read Luster, is I don't like messy stories. I don't like it. I feel like Faye, more than anything, you guys, I feel like she needed therapy. I feel like she needed somebody to help her get through her trauma and not to keep throwing herself in these situations. Like, all of this could have been handled. All of this, like, if you wanted to be with Aleem, you could have, before you don't even start anything. You don't even start anything. Stop pretending to Nasir that everything is still okay. Sit down with Nasir and say to him, you know what, I know that we agreed to do this, to become friends, and because you're friends, but then you were making out. The only thing that hasn't happened is you sleeping together. But you could have told him that, okay, Nasir, I'm not in this anymore, and this is what's happening. I have not done anything with your father, but I'm having these feelings and I'm feeling confused. I don't know. There could have been other ways to handle this, not for you to jump into it and then say, oh no, but we've only kissed, so we haven't really done anything damaging. It does not matter. Oh, guys, no, I can't. But yeah, I don't like this book. I didn't like Luster. I hated Luster, but the writing was beautiful. This is why I think it ended up with a 3-star rating for me. I didn't like Queenie. Queenie was also, like, guys, Queenie was also messy, but what I appreciated about Queenie is that at the end of the book, Queenie was trying to get her life back on track. Eddie, or whatever her name was from Luster, she didn't do that. I don't know if this one is already acting like the madame of the house, guys. She's already acting like she's the wife of Aleem, and this is what's gonna be. And Aleem is like throwing away basically his family. They keep acting like they're not doing ultimatums, but that's exactly what he's doing. But yeah, enough of this. Let me get changed. We're gonna go for a walk, and I'll catch up with the guys later. You can hear, they're here. Bye. Good morning, you guys. Today is Thursday, the 11th of August, and I think it's probably around 7:15 right now. I am about to get into my workout. I've got my leggings. Need to get rid of this. So I haven't worked out in a long time. What I've been doing for probably the last 2 weeks is my husband and my daughter and I have been going for evening walks, which have been really nice. So yeah, but I need a proper workout, and I wanted to first settle into the new job so that I can figure out what my new schedule looks like. And yeah, so yeah, I'm about to get into the workout, and then freshen up, take a shower, get ready for the day, make my coffee, and so on. So yeah, that's the plan right now. So I'm gonna do that. I am watching Mad Fit. I'm gonna be following this 30-minute full body head workout with Mad Fit, and yeah, and let's see how it goes. I haven't done this in a long time, so it's probably gonna be like really rough at first, but I think as I do this daily, my body will get used to it again.
I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me, still with the dogs that I grew beside, all the niggas round me, ride and they die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying right by. I'm outside in an AMG, right outside, TT, two-turn baby girl, you know me. All the niggas round me, ride and they die, gotta watch the time cause it's flying right by. I just caught a shorty off a Finsta, just the one really, it's a crenshaw. Way that I've been living unconventional, I'm just trying to make it to the end, you know. Certain things have started getting tense up, think we need to have a sun adventure. I could be a man, but maybe down the road.
Claps.
Hello, you guys. Today is Tuesday morning. I am busy with work. I had taken a little bit of a break so that I can make something to eat. So I've made a green smoothie. I've got a banana in here, an apple, a kiwi, a handful of baby spinach, probably like a spoon of collagen, because well, it was more than a teaspoon, I can't say a teaspoon, as well as a very generous spoon of peanut butter, and some soya milk. I use soya milk for this, and it's really tasty. This is my first meal for the day, I guess. So I was feeling hungry. It's currently 10:42, so I was feeling hungry, so I just thought, let me make a smoothie, and then later on, probably around 1 o'clock, I can have a sandwich. I'm going to attempt to make a toasted sandwich by toasting the bread in an air fryer. I must check in the app if that's even possible. I don't even have butter in the house, so I don't know how. We'll see. I hope it doesn't dry out. But I got some sourdough bread yesterday, so I'm gonna use that. I prefer that over the normal wheat floured white bread. However, the sourdough bread is expensive, but it's delicious, absolutely delicious. And if I'm gonna have bread, especially for like lunch and sandwiches and stuff like that, I prefer to use the sourdough bread. But yeah, reading wise, I'm still busy with The Silent Patient, and that book is so intriguing. I am so interested in finding out what's gonna happen next, because we're following this psychotherapist who decided to move jobs to this new mental hospital, I guess, to treat this very specific patient who was taken to this facility because she murdered her husband, allegedly, because I feel like something's gonna come up, okay? She allegedly murdered her husband and tried to kill herself, and ever since that incident, she has not uttered a single word. So he's been trying to get her to speak again and basically say what happened, because he feels like there must be something that happened in order for her not only to murder the husband, allegedly, but to completely stop talking for years. And the book, it's not a murder mystery, I feel. It's more like it's a mystery to I guess the other character. And now I'm at a point, I'm at part 2, and I'm at a point where we are reading these diary entries that the patient, her name is Alicia, that she wrote, and there's just some things that are coming out of that diary entry, and I'm just like, there's now too many things. There's like something is off. Something is very, very off, and I'm really like keen to find out what's gonna happen. So I want to like get back to work now so that I can push for the next hour and 15 minutes just before my lunch, and I want to take my lunch break and read for that hour. I was gonna go for a walk, but now I really want to read. This morning I picked up Saga again, volume 7. I had remembered that I started it and I forgot to complete it, but I had a very short time to read because I had to get my daughter ready for school. But yeah, I'm still interested in the series. I think it's like done so well. It's written really well, and there's certain like social commentary that the author deals with throughout the series, and I think it's really good. Like I said, it's adult, so it's very, very graphic in terms of sexuality. It's very sexual. It's very graphic in that sense. There's blood, there's gore, there's genitals, there's weird looking characters. There's like mix of characters. You'll have I don't know, a human mixed with a spider to make a being. But yeah, it's very graphic in that sense, but I think it's written so good that the graphical part of it does not really bother me too much. I just like page through. But I am reading it via SCRIBD. I'm reading the e-books because I don't have the physical copies because it's very difficult to get them in South Africa. Actually, I've never even seen a single copy in a bookshop. Never, ever, ever. I've never seen them. Takealot had volume 1, but volume 2 on Takealot is constantly out of stock. So if I want it, I have to actually order from Amazon and have it shipped over to South Africa. And yeah, I need more in my cart, or rather maybe I should just save a lot more money and then I can have that. But yeah, it's really, really good. I'm also listening to the audiobook of Bitter by Kweke Emezi, and it is going way, way better than You Made a Fool of Death with Your Beauty. This is, for me, I feel the Kweke that I have learned to love in terms of their work. And I enjoy the YA books. I'm enjoying it. It's really good. We follow Bitter, who is the previous, well, she's the mother in the book Pet. She was the mother character, and she is 17, I think, living in this academy where they take in queer kids who have been misplaced in their homes, parents kicked out, or didn't have parents at all. So it's kind of like a foster home, but at the same time, it is an academic institution, and there are kids who are fighting for their rights because the rich people, I guess, they are doing whatever rich people do and they don't care about everybody else. So they're kind of like fighting against that. And the book also has a bit of magical realism. So if you have read Pet, you would know about the monsters and the monster hunters in Lucille. So we get to experience Bitter, basically how she ended up being able to summon these beings. And yeah, I don't want to say a lot because it's a very short book. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. What else? I think that's it. I am in between a lot of books. I am Empire of the Vampire. I haven't gotten back to it yet because I guess I'm trying to read the books that are on my magical readathon TBR. So, and also the book club read, which is better. That's why I'm concentrating on the books that I'm concentrating on now. And I'll go back to Empire of the Vampire probably closer to the end of the month. But yeah, let me get back to work. Sorry. And I'll catch up with you guys a bit later.
You know I dealt with you the nicest. Nobody touched me in a rush. Nobody text me in a crisis. I believe that all of your dreams are duration. You took my heart, all my keys, and my patience. You took my heart, I must leave a decoration. You mistaken my love, I brought for you for foundation. All that I wanted from you was to give me something that I never had. Something that you never said.
Hi. Just wanted to come on here and show you my shorter braids. Because I decided I want to cut them short. So I did that during my lunch break, and I just burned the edges, which actually was very quick. And I also managed to read a little bit from The Silent Patient, so I read about 40 pages. And you guys, there is something that is going on here that we need to figure out what is going on. But the psychotherapist is literally doing the investigation. Well, he's trying to figure out, or let's just say he's trying to find out what Alicia was like back in the day, what her upbringing was like, what her marriage was like. So he's going around and essentially interviewing a whole bunch of people that are connected to Alicia to kind of like figure out what was she like, and try to get an understanding of how she got to a point where she no longer talks, and whether she's always had violent behavior or not. But yeah, I'm beginning to like not trust a whole bunch of people here. I'm really beginning to not trust a whole bunch of people, because like something is amiss. Something is definitely amiss. And now I'm on page 165 in chapter 21. I'm like literally halfway through, and I can't wait to get a chance to sit down and go back to this book. So yeah, I need to like get back to working, finish off my work so that I can have time to sit down and read this book later today, because it is good. I have a feeling like we're gonna get a really, really good plot twist. Lord, I hope it's good. I really hope it's good. I have a feeling that it's gonna be good. I hope I'm not disappointed. But yeah, cut my hair, read a little bit from The Silent Patient, and yeah, now it's back to work. Do I need something to drink? I don't know if I should make a coffee, or maybe I should just drink some water. Maybe let me drink some water. Hello, hi, welcome to a Thursday afternoon. My hair is different because I literally decided today that I just wanted the braids out after spending a good 20 minutes 2 days ago cutting them short and burning the ends. But yeah, this is what happens when you're undecided. So I just washed my hair and moisturized it. That's why it's a little bit white, because I've got some shea butter on my hair. You're hearing my daughter in the background because she didn't go to school today. I took her to the dentist because she has started growing a new tooth. She's 5. I didn't know it could start this early. But she started growing a new tooth behind her baby teeth. So her baby teeth has not started falling out, but the new tooth is like halfway out. And we took her to the dentist. Well, I took her to the dentist so that I can check with the dentist if this is normal, if this would cause her any issues. And he just did a whole general, I guess, tooth health check and gave us some recommendations and stuff. And yeah, I have to give it about 6 weeks max for the baby tooth to fall out, because the one right next to the one that's growing, I can see the whiteness, I can see it peeking through, and I'm just like, what's happening? Yeah, so I need to kind of like help her out and coerce her teeth to like loosen up. The one where it's, I guess, a replacement tooth that started growing is a little bit loose, but not loose enough to fall out yet. So he said that we should give her like hard foods to eat, apples, carrots, things like that, to bite on, and so that they can kind of like naturally nudge the tooth out. But yeah, that's the reason she's here. I have not read anything today. It's been quite busy, especially with my daughter being here and me still trying to get all my work done. It's, yeah, there's a lot more distractions. So I'll probably only read after work. I need to wash her hair when I give her a bath later on. I've given her a break from twisting her hair. She's got dreadlocks, so I've given her a break from twisting her hair, so I just need to wash it, get it clean, and then we'll go back to the salon in a couple of weeks. But yeah, that's my update. That is not an update. I've been editing a vlog for the last 3 days. But it's almost done. I just need to add some music and then export, do a thumbnail, and then upload it. I wanted to be up by 6 p.m. today. And yeah, also I'm remembering, but also I'm like, I have not prepared. We have reading sprints this weekend, and I have not even decided yet what I want to read for the reading sprints, but priority number 1 would be to finish The Silent Patient, which, by the way, it is so good. I'm still busy with Silent Patient, so that's gonna be priority number 1. But this book is good, you guys. It is so good. I just want to see how far I am, so because I don't even know where my bookmark is. Okay, I think I'm on page 228. I've got this bit left. If I get time today, I might be able to finish this book because it actually reads quite fast. It reads really easy and very quickly, and if I have time I will probably be able to finish this off. But oh guys, it is good. It's good. It's nothing like mind-bending or anything, but I like the psychoanalysis that's happening throughout the book. It's very interesting to me. So and how the specific psychotherapist is going about trying to heal this woman and seeing whatever progressions are there. But yeah, I'm having a good time with it. So this, if I don't finish this today, this will definitely be priority number 1 on my reading list for reading sprints. Sounded like a mouthful. But next, what do I have? I have Red Rising that I need to read for the magical readathon, which I haven't even completed a single book for magical readathon. I mean, this is the only one. I've got Red Rising, so I probably want to pick that up. And then I wanted to add something quick also, like Onyeka and the Academy of the Sun. Also, I've got a copy of the Merciless ones, so I might want to get into that. What else do I have? Skin of the Sea. I don't think I'm in the mood for. Yeah, we'll see. I decided I don't have a short book. The only short book I'm reading right now is Saga Volume 7. so I might add Saga Volume 8 to the mix, because I know that if I have like an hour and a half, then I can easily finish that. So yeah, that's reading update. But yesterday I didn't want to put this down yesterday, but I was so tired and I had to, but it's really good. I would recommend, if you like psychological, this is not even a thriller, this is a mystery. If you like psychological mysteries, pick this one up. Yeah, talk to you guys, might be later today, might be tomorrow, and probably I would want to end this vlog tomorrow so that I can start a brand new one just as the sprints are starting. We'll see how this goes.